Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here with IACAC, the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling, for our virtual visit here today. Today you're going to be seeing with the University of Kentucky, so we're very excited to get them started. But real quick, before we get started, I want you to know, so how you're going to ask questions today, because your camera and microphone are off during this presentation, so they unfortunately cannot see you or they cannot hear you. So for you to ask questions, please put questions in the Q&A at the bottom of right on your screen there. Put those in and they will be able to respond to those as we go through the presentation. Also after today, please sign up for more sessions. There's so much more that you can see at www.iacac.org. And also there will be recordings like this one will be recorded today. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off to Ann to get everybody started.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you to everyone joining us this evening. We have lots of great things to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and get started and talk just over a view of an agenda today. So I'm going to be going through a general overview of the University of Kentucky. So we've got lots of great stuff to talk about. I also am joined by two of my colleagues, Alexis and John Roberts from the College of Engineering, as well as two of our current students who are going to talk to you more about the student perspective. And then at the end of the session, I'll be sure to leave some time for questions that we can go through with everyone as well. So quickly, just want to go over my role. Again, my name is Ann Anaya, and I'm the Chicago Regional Admissions Counselor for the University of Kentucky. I am regionally based, which means I live in Illinois, so I'm in Woodridge, so not too far from probably many of you. I want to really talk about my role as your admissions counselor and really highlight the fact that I'm here as a support system. I'm here to make sure that if you have questions or if your parents have questions, that you always can reach out to me as someone to assist you in any way possible. I will be sharing my contact information again after this session, but again, you can always grab my phone number and email address, which is right at the bottom of the screen. So let's go ahead and jump in and talk more about UK. The University of Kentucky is located in Lexington, Kentucky. We are a large public Tier 1 research institution with a total enrollment of 31,000 students. When I say total enrollment, I'm referring to students both in their undergraduate programs as well as students studying in graduate programs, professional degree programs. So that's a little bit of everyone. If you remove students who are in those graduate degrees and have completed their bachelor's degrees, you're looking at roughly about 22,000 undergraduates total studying at the University of Kentucky. We offer over 200 academic programs, and between those programs, we're spread across about 16 different academic colleges, which also includes our Lewis Honors College. For those students that are here with me today, whether you know what your major is or if you're feeling like you're trying to figure out the best major for you, we also offer exploratory studies programs. So a great example I always use is if you know you want to study business or you know you want to study education, but you're not quite sure what area is going to be the best fit for you, you can move forward and study exploratory studies and really kind of see overall where the best spot would be for you to fit in within that major category and area. We have, as you can see on the screen here, a student to faculty ratio of 16:1, and 85% of our classes are 50 students or less. And you see about an average classroom size of 19 students. We are really focused on academic support and support for our students while you're at the University of Kentucky throughout your entire 4 years. So every student has enhanced career and academic advising opportunities, as well as over 20 different learning and tutoring centers that you can attend to get help in any topic area in any program that you're studying at UK. Next, we're going to talk about another really important department that I always like to highlight, which is our Stuckert Career Center. Now, the Stuckert Career Center, of course, helps you with a lot of things, most importantly, finding that job after you graduate. But one thing I think is really important is that they also help you with all those things along the way. Finding an internship, finding a co-op opportunity, but also making sure you're prepared, like having your resume in the correct format, teaching you how to write a cover letter, making sure you're really going to be prepared for an interview opportunity. So they're going to do all those things to really assist you throughout that time as you're preparing for a job or preparing for that internship process. They also offer 18 career fairs throughout the year, tons of presentations and workshops and networking opportunities, and ways to get connected with alumni in different career opportunities as well. This is not a department that you want to wait until your senior year to utilize. You want to go to this department in your freshman and your sophomore year. Whether you're looking for an internship or not, they're really going to help prepare you in so many different ways so that you can find success along the way for that internship or for that job after you graduate. An accolade that I really like to highlight as well is that we are one of 8 institutions in the country with a full complement of liberal arts, engineering, professional, agricultural, and medical colleges all on one campus, meaning we offer tons of opportunities to make sure that our students find success both in and outside of the classroom. An example I always like to share is for any student looking to study in nursing or any part of the medical field is that we have the UK healthcare system and hospital system just steps right off of our campus. So that's a great way to go get that glimpse into a career field and area or get that hands-on clinical experience as well. We are now going to talk a little bit about what we call the Big Blue Nation and our athletics. So we are a Division I school that competes in the SEC. We're both definitely known for our basketball program, football, and so many other amazing sporting teams. Definitely school spirit is something that is amazing. We call our affectionate fan base the Big Blue Nation. And I promise you, the moment you step on campus, you will feel that excitement. You'll feel that school spirit. It's almost kind of funny to me when you are on campus and you see everyone wearing either that royal blue color or they're wearing something that has the UK logo or something that shows our Wildcat, the mascot. So you'll definitely feel that school spirit on our campus while you're walking around. And it's also a great balance of having that school spirit and having that want to go to the sporting events as well as that academic. So you'll see a little bit of both on our campus and while you become part of the Big Blue Nation. I want to highlight also our Lewis Honors College. So for any students that are here with us today interested in an honors experience, our Lewis Honors College offers tons of great opportunities rooted in research opportunities and ways to really excel you into your future as well too. If you do find any interest in applying to the Lewis Honors College, you can apply through your actual application just by clicking a button, and it'll drop down with an additional essay that you'll complete to be considered for the Lewis Honors College program. We are located, as I mentioned, in Lexington, Kentucky. And so from Illinois, depending on where you're from, we're anywhere from 6 to 6.5 or 7 hours away from Lexington. It really is such a beautiful city to be near. The really nice thing about the campus is that we sit right up on the edge of the city of Lexington. So you easily can walk right into the city. There's tons of shopping and restaurants and fun festivals and activities and cultural events. So it's perfect to have right by your campus, and it really gives you that kind of big city but small town feel. Lexington also is considered the horse capital of the world. So you have horse farms within about 10 miles away from campus. And when I say horse farms, I mean beautiful rolling meadows. They're absolutely so picturesque, as well as Keeneland Racing Track. And Keeneland Racing Track is the racing track just about 15 minutes from campus, and you can go bet on the ponies if you're 18. In terms of students from Illinois, we have roughly about 1,552 current students from Illinois that are on our campus right now. As I mentioned, the drive is anywhere from 6 to 7 hours, but you also can fly to Lexington. There's an airport right in the city itself, and then you have airports in Louisville and Cincinnati, which are roughly about an hour and 15 minutes away. You'll see that about 34% of students that are on our campus are from states outside of the state of Kentucky. So you'll have representation of all 50 states, as well as over 100 different countries on our campus. We're now going to take the time to go over admissions. So there's a lot of great information to cover that I'm going to go through. So please, again, utilize the chat feature if you have questions throughout, as I'm sure there will be lots of questions coming up as we start going through this next portion. One thing I want to highlight is that we are currently test optional for this year. So we know at the University of Kentucky that this year has been very different for many students. whether you've been trying to take the ACT or SAT and it keeps getting canceled, or you have been unable to completely. Know that when you apply to the University of Kentucky, you can choose whether you would like to submit your test scores or if you would like to go test optional for your application. When you apply to the University of Kentucky, there are 3 different modes in which you can apply. You have the common application, the coalition application, and the UK application, which is on our website. Our application has been open since the beginning of August, so you are able to apply at this time. When you apply to the university, you are going to also need to submit some additional documentation, such as a $50 application fee and your high school transcripts and your ACT or SAT scores if you are not applying as test optional. Our application process is fully holistic, meaning we're going to truly look into everything about you as an applicant and everything about what you're submitting to us as well too. We are going to review your test scores if you're sending them to us. We're going to review your GPA, and then we're going to look closely into the application. Have you taken any rigorous classes such as AP, dual credit, or IB classes? What kind of coursework has challenged you or have you challenged yourself on throughout your 4 years? We're going to look closely into the written essay that is required for our application, as well as the involvement that you've had throughout all 4 years of high school. This is where you're going to really want to not spare any details, talk about everything you've been involved in, from clubs and organizations through your high school, doing service work or some sort of leadership opportunity you've had. And again, that can be anything from organizations to working a part-time job to doing some sort of work outside of that as well too. We want to know about you. We want to learn about what you've been able to accomplish. So please put as much detail as you can into your application as we go through the review process. One thing I also want to note is that this year, for students that apply by the December 1st deadline, you will receive an admission decision by January 15th at the latest. So something I did want to point out for all of you, for those of you who are going to be applying or have already applied today. Some really important things I do want to highlight in regards to our deadlines is, most importantly, our early action deadline. I'll probably say this about 100 more times, but I can't stress enough how important the December 1st deadline is for all of the applicants that are applying right now or who have applied. December 1st is the main deadline for your application for early action. It's also the deadline to apply for the Lewis Honors College and be considered for academic scholarships and apply for competitive scholarships. So do make sure that you are getting that application in, as well as any supporting document, such as your transcripts and your ACT or SAT scores if you're going to be sending those in. So definitely make sure all that is in by that date so that you can be considered for all those different opportunities. We're next going to talk about some scholarships. So these scholarships are noted here for students that do have ACT and SAT scores. We, of course, will update everyone once we have additional opportunities available for students who apply as test optional. So for the time being, we're going to talk about out-of-state scholarships for students who are applying with ACT and SAT scores. You first have the Bluegrass Spirit Award, which is what we consider an academic scholarship. Students must meet the unweighted GPA of a minimum of a 3.0 and either a 25 or a 1200 on their SAT. You don't have to meet both the ACT and SAT. We are just asking for one or the other, but you must meet both the GPA and one of the standardized test scores. As you can see, it is on a tiered scale. So based off of your test score, based off of your GPA, you can fall under different annual amounts for that scholarship itself. Following underneath that are the Presidential and Otis A. Singletary scholarships. We consider these as competitive scholarships. So please note that these scholarships do require an additional essay on your application, as well as the additional criteria for the GPA and test score. So do make sure, again, that you're taking the time to write that essay and making sure that you are in a good spot to submit all the information to be reviewed. Lastly, we have the Patterson Scholarship, which is a selective scholarship for students that have received a National Merit Finalist or National Hispanic Recognition. All you do is list the University of Kentucky as your top school, and you'll automatically receive the in-state tuition for your scholarship itself. So next we're going to talk about the William C. Parker Diversity Scholarship, and I am going to let a friend pop in and talk about this. Her name is Alexis, and so she's going to take it away.
Hi everyone, thank you, Anne. So another opportunity that we have at UK is the William C. Parker Diversity Program. And this one is open to any student who is diverse. And of course, you know, diversity is more than just race and ethnicity. So if you can answer the question of how you can contribute to the diversity of campus at large, please go ahead and submit this essay. It is right there on the application. All you have to do is select the box and the essay will come up. And the minimum requirements for this, as you can see, is a 2.5 minimum GPA and a composite test score of an 18 ACT or a 960 on the SAT. So all incoming freshmen are encouraged to apply. And of course, we want you to apply early. So December 1st would be your early action or priority deadline for it. And if for some reason you missed it or whatever, you do have until February 15th, 2021 to submit your application for it. But again, applying early is encouraged. So diversity comes in many shapes, ways, and forms. So if you can contribute to the diversity of campus, please don't miss out on this opportunity. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to Anne or myself and we can help you out with it.
Thank you so much, Alexis. We're now going to jump in and talk about finances. So first, starting off with tuition. So there unfortunately is not reciprocity for students that are coming from the state of Illinois. So students coming from Illinois are considered as out-of-state students. I do want to highlight that the room and board portion is also optional. Students can choose whether they want to live on campus or live off of campus during their freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior year. So you're looking at a total tuition with the average room and board of $43,560. Again, I can't stress the importance of making sure that you're applying by that early action deadline so that you can be considered for scholarship opportunities, as these amounts are considered tuition without any scholarships being taken down from there. And also, since it is October and it is FAFSA season, I can't help but mention that it's super important to make sure you do file your FAFSA. Again, this is something that you'll go to fafsa.ed.gov to do, and make sure, again, that it is always free and that you're not paying for this particular service. We're now going to touch upon living on campus. So we do offer over 550 clubs and organizations, but most importantly, living on campus and getting connected to your community is something that's super important. So make sure that you're getting that opportunity to live on campus, to engage with your students and faculty and staff members and become involved in those clubs and organizations and involved in all the different activities that we have going on our campus. We have 13 different living learning programs, as well as 6 different room types. I'm going to show you 3 of the 6 in just a moment. But living learning programs are definitely great, especially beneficial for students starting in their freshman year. It gives you a great way to be involved and engaged with other students in similar majors or topic areas, depending on the type that you're a part of. So definitely take a look at living learning programs or shoot us a question and we'd be happy to talk more about those as well. I'm going to start by going through just a couple of our residence hall options. So one thing to note is that all of these are suite options, which means the bathroom shower is attached within the room. So there's no community style bathrooms at the University of Kentucky, which is always a plus. This is our 4-person suite. So again, it's a total of 4 students. And then the next one is the 4-bedroom suite. So in this part, every single student, all 4 of those would have their own room. And then you have a little kind of common area as well as some seating area. And then last but not least is probably what I'd consider as our most popular option. This is a 2-bedroom suite. You'll see, of course, a capacity of 2 students. All of our mattresses are full-size extra long Tempur-Pedic mattresses or full-size twin extra long mattresses. So there's no doubt you'll sleep very well at night. We also do provide our students with a mini fridge and microwave, and in the room you have cable and Wi-Fi accessibility as well. We also have 30 dining locations across our campus, from our dining halls like the 90 and Champion's Kitchen to specialty restaurants like Chick-fil-A and Panda Express and Starbucks. So there's definitely a lot of great variety in what you can have on a daily basis for any type of meal, any time of the day. So to jump in to talk about getting involved in campus, as I mentioned before, there's over 550 clubs and organizations. So there is everything for everyone. I like to kind of talk about how they are broken down into different categories. You have clubs and organizations that are academic and career related, so related to our majors and programs that we offer. Academic also kind of branches into different areas in terms of pre-professional. So if you're pre-med or pre-dental, there's a club and organization you can be a part of. That next category we offer is spiritual and cultural organizations. So there's a lot of opportunities through there. And then you have more of your service-based opportunities. And then that miscellaneous category like the Squirrel Watching Club or Wildcat Service Dogs, just to name a few opportunities. I'm again gonna kick it back to my friend Alexis here. We're gonna talk about another group of organizations as well.
Yeah, so the last little bit that I have here to share with you is Latinx and Hispanic student organizations. I'm sharing this because I'm the Latinx and Hispanic diversity recruiter in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. So this is the population of students that I work with, but just wanted to show you, a few of the organizations that are within those 500 plus that we have on campus. So Latino Student Union, definitely if you're looking for a place to find a home, that would be the organization to kind of get you started. But of course, we have over 500, so there's definitely something for you. And if there isn't, then there's a way that you can actually make something happen. So we encourage students to always, look for what they're really passionate about and get involved. And then apart from just student organizations, there's another way to get involved through our resources on campus. So we have many resources on campus that will allow you to, get connected. So not just for academics or professional development, but in general, just with whatever things that are going on with you, you can always reach out to these resources on campus and they will definitely get you connected to what you need. So I welcome, you to come and check out the Martin Luther King Center, which is located in the Gatton Student Center, where, one of my colleagues, Ruth Gonzalez Jimenez, she's the Latino community specialist, but she works with students from every spectrum. The Care Center, if you are a William C. Parker recipient, with the scholarship, you get connected to this office right away, and they offer free tutoring and free mentorship for students, even if you don't have the scholarship. So either way, you get connected to them. First Generation Student Advising Office, for our first generation students, it's very important for you to kind of know that there is an office that will know exactly where you're coming from. Navigating, your first year of college is very overwhelming. And even if you're not a first generation student, anybody can go to that office and get the help that they're looking for. The Counseling Center, of course, for mental health and more, we even have like a massage chair in the Counseling Center. So after a stressful test, go in there and get your massage. And then the last one I want to share is the Stucker Career Center, which was already mentioned. Lots of opportunities for professional development, internships, co-ops, and all of that. So check those out. You can check those out on our website as well.
Thank you so much, Alexis. We're going to quickly talk about visiting campus. So there are campus tours happening right now in person. We offer those Monday through Friday. If you're unable to make it down to campus, know that there are also tons of virtual opportunities. We do have a wonderful virtual tour that you can access on our website. And we also do have programs where you can listen in on an information session or have a one-on-one meeting with a college and department to learn more about programs or majors. We also do open houses. Our Big Blue Open House is something that we do have coming up on October 20th, and then there's another one on November 12th. So do definitely check us out if you have questions or want to attend one of our open houses. It is that time where I am going to pass it along to John Roberts from the College of Engineering. So take it away, John.
All right, thank you so much, Anne. I appreciate it. Hi, my name is John Roberts, and I'm the Assistant Director of Recruitment for UK's College of Engineering, and specifically I work with Illinois students. So if you are interested in engineering and computer science, you can work through me. You can also, get my contact information from Anne, or she can redirect you to me, and I'll be happy to help you out in any way. So I've got some information for you about UK's College of Engineering. The first thing the first place to start is who we are. We are Kentucky's top-rated College of Engineering. We are also ranked 100 in the country, and 60 amongst other public universities. We also have a variety of engineering-related student organizations. So we have 45 plus student organizations that students can get involved in, and these are social organizations, as well as design teams such as robotics teams, Formula race car team, solar race car team, a SpaceX rocketry team. So a lot of fun ways that students can use their engineering skills. We also have research opportunities. Just like Ann said, we are a top tier research university, and so our faculty are very much using are engaged in research, and so even as freshmen, students can get involved in research opportunities. We do have one of the largest living learning programs on campus, and that's super beneficial for our engineering students because engineering is rigorous, and so that support system through the living learning program certainly does help our students to be successful. First year engineering program, that's where all of our first year engineering students are going to start. And so no matter what you put on your application to the University of Kentucky, you are not committed to that major. So that's great for our students because it allows our students to explore the different types of engineering disciplines that we offer, but it also allows students to do some hands-on work during their first year. So all of our first year students, for example, will build a machine. Right now we're building autonomous ping pong ball launchers, which is a lot of fun for our students. And so even as first year students, you all are going to be in the labs, working, doing some hands-on stuff, and taking engineering classes your first year. In regards to academic programs, we do offer 10 academic programs. So being at a large university like the University of Kentucky is super beneficial for our students because we have an eclectic array of programs for our students. In addition to the four-year degrees that you see on your screen, we also have minors and certificates. We have special programs such as an MBA dual degree program where a student can earn an MBA at a quicker rate. Same thing with their University Scholars Program where students can earn a master's in engineering at an accelerated pace as well. So not only do we have our four-year degrees, but we also have a variety of other degrees in which our students can, or other opportunities and programs that our students can pursue. Being that engineering is rigorous, academic support is very much front and center for us. We have a lot of tutoring services within the Living Learning program, within our engineering complex, private tutoring available. We have a lot of opportunities for students to get help. We just ask simply that our students raise their hand when they need help and just take a little bit of ownership for their education. If students will do that, we certainly want our students to succeed. So if you want to pursue engineering with us, we want to make that happen. Another way in which we support our students is through career services. So we actually have a career development team that works specifically and exclusively with our engineering and computer science students. So they can help you not only connect with co-op opportunities, internship opportunities, help you find jobs after graduation, but they can also help you to get interviewing skills, resume writing skills, help you sharpen those, help you with your cover letters. They can help you with more career counseling kind of help as well. So a lot of different opportunities to be had through this Career Service Center and the professionals that work there. Visit opportunities. Our office within the College of Engineering, we are meeting with people face to face, so you can get a personalized individual campus tour. And we also offer a variety of other virtual visits. Our Society of Women Engineers, our Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, our National Society of Black Engineers, and much more. We're offering a lot of in-person and online visits, so you can certainly find more information about that on our website if you would like. We also have a lot of good content on our social media sites, so if you want to learn more about us and what our faculty, alumni, and students are doing, you can follow us at UKY Engineering on you can follow us on at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And that's all I have for you all. Thanks so much, Ann.
Thank you, John. I appreciate you taking the time to talk about engineering with our students. So speaking of students, we do have some current students that have joined us today. So I'm going to ask Jordan, who is our first student ambassador, to introduce herself. So go take it away, Jordan.
Hey everyone, I'm Jordan. I'm from Champaign, Illinois. You might recognize it as like the home of University of Illinois. I'm a sophomore. I'm an integrated strategic communication major. It's a long one with minors in business and theater. And my favorite memory of being at UK is I am a huge basketball fan and I got to be in the front row for a couple games and made it onto ESPN. So that's super fun.
All right, and Bailey, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Bailey Burke. I'm from Wakanda, Illinois. I'm a freshman here at UK and I'm majoring in business management with a minor in communications. My favorite memory at UK is meeting my best friends during K-Week, which is the first week of like being on campus and all freshmen. There's a ton of organizations to look into and you have like a K-Week team assigned to you, and I met all of my best friends within that my K-Week team, so that was my favorite UK memory.
Awesome. Thank you for introducing yourselves, ladies. So at this time, what we're going to do is have a little bit of a student panel. So I have some questions that I'll be asking both Bailey and Jordan. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Jordan, I'll just have you go first since you were first to introduce yourself. So I want you to talk a little bit about the transition as an incoming freshman to, and being an out-of-state student. So you can go ahead and take it away.
I would say UK makes it like super easy to transition especially with K-Week. I was a K-Week leader this year and it's super fun. You get to meet everyone that's on your dorm floor or like if you live off campus with them. So they make it really easy to meet friends and they do a ton of events. There's free food, free t-shirts, every event you can think of during K-Week. So they make that super great way to like get acclimated to your campus and to meet other people. And my major, I'm in the communications college and they make it super easy to figure out your class schedule and figure out everything because you do have a lot of nerves going to a big school, but they really make it as like seem a lot smaller and get to meet the people you're surrounded with. So I loved coming to Kentucky and I felt super at home right away.
Awesome, thank you. And go ahead, Bailey. I know you're a freshman, so this is your first year, your first semester. So how was your transition as being an incoming freshman this year and being out of state?
I was a little worried about how it would be, especially with the current situation that we're in. But UK, like Jordan said, UK had made it so easy to meet new people and make new friends. They really do a great job, especially during K-Week, to immerse new freshmen into like the UK culture and the Big Blue Nation. So I really enjoyed my experience and I was able to check out a lot of organizations that I was interested in and meet a lot of people with similar interests as myself.
Thank you, Bailey. All right, the next question I have for you both is what kind of activities are you involved in? Are you in clubs and organizations? So Bailey, you look like you might want to go first, so you can go first.
Okay, so currently I'm a Wildcat ambassador, and then also I am in PBL, which is the like college version of Future Business Leaders of America that I was involved in high school. And then I'm also in Greek life. I'm a Chi Omega here. And that's what I'm involved in.
Awesome, thank you. And Jordan, same question for you.
I would say I got pretty involved freshman year. I wanted to do everything, so I became a Wildcat ambassador. I'm in the same sorority as Bailey, actually. I'm in SAB, which is the Student Activities Board, so all the events on campus we kind of help run, and I'm the director of concerts, so we always do a huge concert here with the artist that's pretty popular, and it's super fun, so I've loved doing that. I'm a college mentor for kids. There's so many things to get involved with. I was overwhelmed because there's so much to do and so many great people. They're just like, do this, do this. So really get involved. You meet the best people and it's so much fun.
Thank you so much. All right, I have maybe a hard question for both of you, but what are your 3 favorite things about being a student at the University of Kentucky? And either one of you can go first, it does not matter.
I'll go first. So 3 of my favorite things about being a student here at UK is that there are so many resources to help you reach success and reach your goals. I was really worried about going to a large school and having it be possibly like impersonal, but every teacher, like every professor that I have has created a very personable relationship, and I can ask them any questions that I have, and then if that does not help either, then I can go to the study or other resources that can help me reach success and obtain the GPA that I'm wanting. And then also, I would say Greek life is one of my favorite things about being a UK student here. I've really enjoyed it and really feel like I've found my group of people. And then also, I would say how spirited people here at UK, just because I was at the game on Saturday and I had the best time, and it's just fun supporting like your fellow Wildcats and just going to the game and having a good time.
Thank you, Bailey.
I would say same with sports. I'm a huge sports person, and coming here from Illinois, I was like, wow, Big Blue Nation is a huge thing, and they make it so much fun. Basketball games, volleyball, gymnastics, anything you go to, it is the best experience, and I want to go to every sporting event. They make it so much fun. So that's like my number one. And then also the people, as soon as I got here, like I was touring campus and I fell in love. Everyone has their like Southern accents and they're so welcoming, and everyone I talked to is nice, and my family was like, whoa, like this is so cool. Everyone opened the doors, like it was like the littlest things, and they all want you to be at Kentucky. You feel so welcomed here. And then also the third thing is I love the location. Lexington is absolutely, like, it's beautiful. You can go 10 miles that way and see horses and like go to Keeneland on the weekends, or you can go right, and campus is right downtown. So you can like walk down the street and you're downtown. So it's a great location, and I love where I am.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan and Bailey. All right, I've got a couple more questions. So I think, Jordan, I'm going to stick with you because you were just talking about Lexington. So I'm curious, can you talk about what it's like to live near Lexington and in Lexington as a college student? I guess talk about your favorite things and anything you want to share about Lexington with us.
I love that it's like the southern side. Like when I came from Illinois and you pull up and you see like the horses and the white gates, you're like, wow, I'm really in the South. And then you drive a little more and you're like downtown and you're like, wow, it's like Chicago. So you get both sides. You get the like fun, like I said, Keeneland is a horse racing park. And we go there on the weekends and like you have so much fun. It feels like the South. Everyone's dressed up like the Derby. And then you can go downtown and go to local taco or go to all of the restaurants, and you're like, wow, I feel like I'm right downtown. So it feels like home, but then also you get that new change of like the southern side. And I think it's like super cool that you're not just like stuck in like a rural area, but you get both sides of it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's talk about another question in regards to the resources on our campus. So I know, Bailey, you mentioned talking a little bit about tutoring. So can you tell us a little bit about your tutoring experience and, was it easily accessible? So you can take it away.
Yes, so there are so many resources on campus. So there's the study that I know a lot of like my friends have used. It's very easy to access. You can just go on to like UK's website and look up like the study and then see what your class hours and like location would be, and then you can just go there and spend as much time as you need. And then also in William T. Young Library, there's also a center that will review your essays and papers, and will review them and like send them back to you and edit and have comments ready for you, which has been extremely helpful for me because I've had a lot of papers already thus far, and it's been really beneficial for me, and I feel like I've learned a lot as well as like reached my goals.
Awesome. Thanks for talking about that as well too. All right. One thing I do want to ask for both of you is how you're able to balance clubs and organizations and school. And this really kind of comes to the topic of time management. So kind of what things do you do to keep yourselves organized and really kind of on top of all the things that you're involved in, not only academically, but also when it comes to your clubs and organizations and Greek life as well?
I can go. As a freshman, I wanted to get involved with everything. So I kind of had to sit back and prioritize like, okay, I want to have time to be able to go to the sporting event on Saturday. So I need to prioritize my homework, get that done, go to the study. I used that a ton. I lived in Jewel, and one of the study locations is right below it. So I just walk downstairs, they always have free cookies. So I got a cookie and I got to study. And then I just prioritized my week. Like, okay, I have a club meeting here, homework here, sporting game on Saturday, planned it out. And really, professors work with you, your organizations work with you. Everyone wants you to succeed here. And that's what I love about it, is everyone wants you to like get involved and not just focus on school, but like focus on social life. It's like, it's not just get this done. It's like do it in the best way possible. So I think everyone's like works with you, and it's very it's a great campus for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. I have one more question. And I think what I want to talk about is living on campus in the residence hall. So if you want to both kind of talk about where you're living on campus and, you know, what it's like living in a residence hall at the University of Kentucky.
I can go first since I'm currently in one of our dorms. So I am in the 2-bedroom suite in Hagen Hall. And it's on Central Campus right next to William T. Young Library. And I have found it very beneficial because there are a lot of study rooms in my hall. And then I'm right next to the library as well. So I can study just about whenever I want. And I also have my own space, which is very nice and different from many other dorms at other campuses, at least that I have toured. And I have become like best friends with everyone on my floor. It's so nice. We're all so supportive of each other, and it was easy to get to know other people on my floor, which was really nice. And I was a little worried about that, especially coming here during this year, but UK made that so easy for me.
I would say the dorms here are astonishing. Like, as soon as I toured UK, I was like, this is what college is like. And my parents were like, this is not fair. We didn't have this. It is amazing. I was in Jewel, which was on North Campus, the other side, and you can't like lose. Each side of campus has so much to offer. So you really like, and every single dorm room is nice. It's not like you have to pay for a certain amount. Like, everyone gets an amazing dorm, which I think is like crazy. And we had study rooms, and we had a like lounge on every floor, so you could just play ping pong. You got to meet everybody, and I became best friends, like Bailey said, with my floor. And so it's super fun, and I absolutely loved the dorms. Like, I wish I was living in Jewel again this year. It's amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Bailey and Jordan. That is all the time we have for our student panel. So I appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. Best of luck with your classes and everything this semester. And again, thank you so much. So at this point, we have just a few minutes remaining of our session today. So I want to make sure to provide our contact information, not only for myself, but also for Alexis and for John, who joined us today during the session. So again, thank you so much for joining us this evening and for being a part of this presentation. We really appreciate it. I did see a question come through as well too, which I'll quickly touch upon regarding our open house that we have on October 20th. All I recommend doing is visiting our website, uky.edu, and you'll just go to the Visitor Center website, and it'll provide you with all the information for our open houses and how you can register. Again, it's a really great way to learn about the admissions process, a student life, as well as get connected with a bunch of different resources on our campus as well too. So please, again, let us know if there's anything you need. Feel free to contact us if you have questions or need anything at all. So thank you again for being with us this evening.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much to Anne and the crew at the University of Kentucky. As we can all tell, that was fantastic. Definitely feel free to reach out to them with your further questions. We're going to hang out for another minute or so as they address those questions in the Q&A very quickly. But for the moment, I also want to make sure that everybody knows that when you leave this today, there is going to be a quick 4-question survey that will appear. Please fill that out for Illinois IACAC and us. This will be very helpful for helping us navigate this platform, make sure it's the best going forward. Also, there are more sessions, so if you are interested in other colleges or other topics that are related to college, please go to www.iacac.org. And then also, this recording will be available. So if you missed it, or maybe you want to share it with a friend or a parent or a family member, this will also be available at iacac.org as well. So I'm going to give it another minute, just in case there's any last second questions that want to be addressed. And then we will be off for our day. All right, it looks like at this time we are done. So be healthy, be safe, everybody, and have a great night.